Have you ever felt like your progress just isn't enough? Like no matter how much you accomplish, it somehow just doesn't measure up? Well, here's the truth that nobody's going to tell you. The small steps you're taking, the ones that seem so absolutely insignificant, they're the foundation of something so much bigger. And today we're going to talk about why those small steps matter so much. Our affirmation for today is this, and it's one of my favorites. It goes, I am proud of my progress, no matter how small it may seem. So let's get into it, and let's explore how embracing this particular mindset can completely shift how you see yourself and shift the journey that you're on. So I don't know about you, but for a long time, I really struggled to recognize my own progress in all areas of my life. Relationship, self-development, career, emotional. I'd look at a to-do list that I had. I'd look at it at the end of the day and I'd focus on all of the things that I didn't get done. Or I'd focus on all of the things about me that weren't the way that I wanted them to be yet. Sound like something you've thought before? So one specific moment stands out for me in particular. I had set a really big goal, something I was really excited about. In fact, it had to do with this YouTube channel. And as the days passed, the progress I was making felt so slow. I was a few months in and I hadn't even passed 500 subscribers. I didn't feel like I was creating the channel or the situation that I wanted to. And I was taking small steps, but in my mind, those steps didn't count. I felt like I needed to do more to make the impact that I was hoping to make. I told myself that if I moved faster, I would achieve bigger milestones and I would get there quicker. But this mindset burned me out and it was really exhausting. Instead of feeling motivated, I'd end up feeling stuck, like nothing I ever did with my YouTube channel and with my goal to have it monetized and to reach all of you, like that would ever be enough. So let's be real about this. We're constantly bombarded with messages about hustling harder or about achieving the next big thing, whether it's for a content creator, whether it's for a teacher, work harder, get the test scores up, whether you're an artist, paint more pictures, whether you're a mom, get more errands done, get that house clean, help the kids with more of their homework. My cat just sneezed. Bless you. Bless you. And it's easy to fall into this trap of thinking that anything less than the most monumental tasks aren't worth celebrating. But that's totally wrong. It's not true. So here's where today's affirmation comes in. I am proud of my progress, no matter how small it may seem. I want you to say that with me. We're going to say it. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to hold our breath for a couple seconds. Then we're going to exhale it so we can really feel the impact of the affirmation. Let's go. I am proud of my progress, no matter how small it may seem. At first, the affirmation felt a little strange to me, to be honest, because I wasn't used to acknowledging small wins in my life. But I decided to give it a try. So one day I started a simple practice, and at the end of each day, while I was lying in bed, I would go down through my head the things that I was proud of. Even if it was just one thing, I would mentally list the things that I accomplished that I felt really good about. Some days it was something small, like remembering to drink water. And other days it might have been something related to work, like I, held my patience with my students longer for an extra hour longer than usual. And other times it would be a more monumental goal or task or achievement, like, doing something amazing with the growth of my channel here that is so important to me. At first, though, it didn't really feel like much. I didn't feel like it was making an impact. But over time, I started noticing something incredible. I started noticing that the more I celebrated the littlest things during my day, the more confident I felt about taking the next step forward, and then the next step forward. So let's try something together here right now. I want you to take a moment to think about one small thing you've accomplished recently. Maybe it was in this day or yesterday. Let's take a moment and think about what that is. Maybe you got yourself through a challenging day. Maybe you reached out to an old friend you haven't talked to and you were worried that the friendship might have been over. Maybe you started a new habit. Maybe you even just paused to take care of you. And now I want you to say to yourself, I am proud of my progress, no matter how small it may seem. How does it feel? Just shift the way you think about your day. Do you feel a shift, even just a little bit? If something comes to mind, I'd love for you to share it in the comment section, because when we create community over our own growth, it helps others to connect and to notice the growth and the paths that they're on as well. You can be inspiring to others and to me. So there's actually a reason why this practice works, to be quite honest. Research shows that celebrating the small steps can boost our motivation and our mental well-being. I bet you didn't know that. It's called the progress principle. And when we acknowledge even the tiniest accomplishments, our brain releases dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical that reinforces all of the positive behavior that we want to see in ourselves. And then this builds momentum and it encourages us to keep on going. So in other words, those small wins aren't just nice to notice and to make note of. They're essential to making the bigger changes over time. Think of it like planting little seeds in the garden of you. You don't expect a garden to bloom overnight. It's going to take some time. But each day you're going to water the seeds. Even if you can't see the immediate results, you're still laying the groundwork for something beautiful to come of it. My garden, personally, would be filled with tulips. It's my favorite flower. What's yours? So if this affirmation means something to you, if you're feeling something about when I'm talking about it, I'd encourage you to keep practicing it throughout the day. And this is just one of the 31 affirmations that we're exploring this month for Vlogmas. This is the 5th affirmation I've shared this season. And I actually have a set of 31 affirmations for neurodivergent minds. I have a collection of them. The link to that will be in the description. But if you want to give the affirmation practice a try before you commit to purchasing the set, I'll also have a link for a free set of 5 from the 31 collection set, if that makes sense. And that will be free, and that link will also be in the description. So then you can try it out and see if affirmations are something that work for you. And if you've already grabbed that freebie, I'd love for you to put in the comments what you've thought about it so far and how they've been helping you. Okay, so here's the beautiful thing about this affirmation. When you take pride in the progress that you've made, no matter how insignificant or small it could be, you start to feel just how much you're capable of. And think about those small steps. Think about showing up and trying again, learning something new. Those small steps are the foundation for something very, very big, for much bigger achievements in your life. A friend of mine shared with me once how when she started journaling for the first time, it was just about 5 minutes a day. And at first she thought, what's the point? This isn't going to change anything. I'm just writing a few things down. But after a few months, she had something to look back on, and she realized that those small daily practices had completely transformed her mindset. And she could see over the course of time how she was feeling more positive and how she was being led to much greater positive changes in her life. It's those tiny, consistent actions that add up over time, and they deserve to be celebrated, not just left behind there. So today I want you to pause and I want you to reflect on your progress. What's one small win that you're proud of? Tell me down below. Maybe it's finishing a task you've been putting off. For me, I know it's on my list to pick up this room. I have a lot of stuff all around, and if I just pick up one corner, that's going to be a small win for me. Maybe it's like showing kindness to yourself. I know I struggle with that sometimes. I can be very self-critical, but on the days when I just take a moment to, look at myself in the mirror and compliment myself, whether it's for the way I look that day or for the way that I feel that day, it makes such a big difference. But whatever it is, take a moment to acknowledge it and to be proud of that thing. So I want to thank you for watching to the end of this video. And if this message resonated with you at all, I'd love for you to share this video with somebody who might need the reminder. And we'll explore another affirmation together in the next video. So make sure you come back for that one. But until then, remember that your progress matters. Be proud of every step that you take, because you're moving forward one step at a time, and that's all that we can do. Okay, see you next time. Love you. Bye.